Hey everyone, welcome back to my Let's Play of Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. I'm Alex. Where we last left off, we found out we are nobody. We have no idea who we are. The guy we thought we were is actually named Yomel, and he was probably set up by spies for his crime where he committed 10 years ago. And now we're going back in the past to save him. That was a really bastardized version of the last episode, so just go watch it instead of listening to me. Alright, let's start. Final chapter. Oh, I was right. This is the last chapter. I forgot to mention that. This is going to be the last episode of Ghost Trick. Hopefully. When was Yomel's death? It was 10 years ago when the Tesmic meteorite fell. We traveled back through time, and now we're at the scene of that death. The start of it all is about to replay itself. 4 minutes before death. It's ready! She should not be starting fires in the park. Give it up. Do you really think you can outrun me? Now just calm down and drop that weapon. Stay back! If you come any closer, I'll shoot her! Huh? Oh, a kitten. Shoo! You might get hurt. So we're gonna swap the giant rock. We're gonna swap Mino with that little egg. That's my first thought. Are you okay? You're alright now. Are you hurt? You saved me, mister? I was just doing my job. The gods, they're the ones who saved you. What's your job, mister? Me? I'm a police detective. So that's the Tesmic meteorite, eh? It's beautiful, looking at it from this angle. It changed all of our fates completely. We can't stop Tesmic from falling from the sky, but we might be able to protect you from that fragment and save your life. I don't know. What's the matter, Detective Jowd? To be perfectly honest, I'm scared. If that meteorite fragment doesn't get him, I'm pretty sure I would have shot him. We might not be able to change your fate of dying. I can accept that. What I did is inexcusable. No matter how the future might change, that fact will never go away. If my fate is to die here, then I accept that. This will be our last battle against fate. Beyond that will be a new future. Okay, let's get started. Missile doesn't give a shit about anything. Let's just save the world. We can do it. Oh, we have words. Now, how are we gonna save you? If Lynn would just wander off somewhere, that would solve everything. When her sweet potato is almost ready? Huh, she's not gonna budge from that spot. But you know, it makes me wonder. A little girl all alone in the park listening to music roasting a sweet potato? What kind of childhood did this girl have?
Doesn't everybody have at least one day in their life like that? Give her a break.
Anyway, if Lynn won't budge from that spot, then we'll just have to... Nope. Then we'll just have to have the fragment move instead. Fuck you. Can't reach that guy. Can I reach me now? Nope. Can't reach anything. Oh, the nozzle and the sweet potato look awfully similar. Ah, no, I was just comparing the sweet potato to the sweet potato and got confused. I want to switch these, but I cannot reach them. How rude. These nozzles don't look similar either. I guess we're just waiting.
It's ready.
Alright. Why can't I examine this? What in the world is this thing? Oh boy, you even forgot what a sweet potato is? It's a roasted root vegetable. It's good. There's nothing like them on a cold winter's day.
They're sweet and they smell delicious.
These guys sure make me want to try one. Ha! What? No, I'm too far. And I can't reach anywhere but her headphones, so I guess
What are you doing? You're gonna hurt poor Miss Lynn's ears.
I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking. You really startled her. You even made her drop her sweet potato. I know how much this girl loves her food, too. Anyway, at least her fate has changed, albeit ever so slightly. Can't reach that.
Oh, look at that sweet potato. That big scary sweet potato.
That's not a sweet potato, Missile. That's a minnow.
Oh, right, of course.
Thanks for telling us the answer.
But look at them, the potato and minnow. Right now they both have the same shape.
So you're saying you could swap them? Good idea, Missile.
Okay, here I go. And I'm gonna need your help.
My help? I don't know why you need my help. I can't reach anything. No. Damn it, Missile, you're so hard to use. Okay, that's not happening. Maybe I should spray it again? I mean, I can't reach anything else. I should have gotten in that sweet potato so I could be there. Alright, let's just go back. Okay. That was quite a sight to see. Looks like this park just got a new feature.
But neither one of them even glanced this way.
I guess that's not surprising, seeing as the meteorite didn't distract them. Hey, it was a desperate situation. Kill or be killed. And Yomel is killed right after this by the meteorite. Well, now that the park has a new feature, can we use it to our advantage in any way? Trick time. It's no use. I can't get any water to come out.
Well, we can see why not.
Yeah, the overwhelming presence of Minnow there. If only we could use it to our advantage somehow. I could not reach that if I even wanted to. Wanted to switch with that guy, but I cannot reach. Huh. Okay, I don't know what we're doing.
Oh, poor Miss Lynn.
I'm sorry.
If you're sorry, then put her down.
Alright now, Missile. I was really out of my head that day. Well, we can talk about all of that later. The Tesmic meteorite is going to fall very soon. Before that happens, I have to think of a way to do something about that fragment.
And I'll do everything I can to help too.
Can't reach anything. Only Missile can. And he can't reach anything useful. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to be able to.
It's about time for that meteorite to come down.
Uh-oh. We have to change the fragment's path somehow. It looks like both paths and fates can be difficult things to change. There has to be a way.
If we work together, you and me, I thought we'd be able to do something.
Thought? That's funny. I wonder why he's using the past tense. Excuse you. I would like to get into this. Core. I have no idea. I doubt we can move those two from that spot. Which means we have to do something with the Tesmic fragment instead.
That should be easy with our powers.
I think you're right, Missile. This is going to be a grand finale. I don't get it.
Please don't do that.
I just thought maybe it would wake her up. Even if you did wake her up, what good would that do at the moment?
You're the one who needs to wake up, Sissel.
This little doggy says some pretty smart things sometimes. Okay. I went too far. Why can't I get to this core? I want to put Minnow there. Alright, let's just try it. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. We already read this. I can't trick. Oh, it's because I'm not in Sissel. Duh. Oh, look, that lamppost is bending. But it hasn't broken yet. It really is a wonder it hasn't snapped. Just might hold out for a little while longer. If I recall, the Tesmic fragment smashed through that glass lantern on its way down. But if Minnow sits firmly in its way, then fate should change. It was not trick time. You did not give me any time to trick.
There!
How's that?
Look! The fragment's course! It changed a little!
Now Yamel's fate should really change. Wait a minute. Take another look at that fragment's trajectory. Now it's changed what's in its path. In its path? No! Ugh! Detective Jowd! The Tesmic fragment shot through his leg! What? But the cruel twist of fates weren't over yet. Ugh! Come on, put it down. Huh? Jowd, put the gun down now! If you don't, you're going to shoot him! I don't know if it's his detective training or what, but even though he's shaking from the pain, the gun doesn't waver. Put the gun down! No! I knew it. This is my true fate. In the end, I stole his life away with my own hands.
I won't let that happen!
Missile! The bullet stopped midair.
I'm here inside the bullet. Now let's swap it with something.
What? With what? Detective Jowd. The meteorite fragment is what made you pull the trigger. We won't let you become a murderer. We have to prove that the murder isn't the detective's true fate. And to do that, we have to stop this bullet. There must be something with the same shape as the bullet around here. Hit him in the face with a sweet potato. Oh no, we stopped the bullet. But we still couldn't save him. That's not true. My fate of getting pierced through the back may have not changed, but I'm still alive. What? I'm not dead, I'm just unconscious. Okay, so your fate of death has changed, but still. This fate is just too painful to watch in every sense. I don't think so. As long as I'm alive, that's good enough for me. But we were overlooking one thing. The wheel of fate was still slowly turning. Look out! Wake up! You gotta get out of there! Okay, come on, Missile.
It's all over. We're out of time. Miss Lynn!
It's not over yet.
But there isn't anything else to swap with.
Why don't we just let it play out and then try to find another way next time? Even if she dies, all you have to do is possess her corpse. And then you can redo her last 4 minutes as many times as it takes. No, I won't do that. Why not? Sure, the fact of her death would be erased, but her memory of it would remain like a scar on her psyche. I won't let that happen, not if I can help it.
But what can we do now? Even if we work together.
I think there might be something that can be done.
What is it? What can Sissel and I do?
Don't forget, I'm here too. With 3 kinds of powers among us, we ought to be able to fight this battle. This battle against the fate of death.
Yo mio!
Sissel, your power is manipulating objects. Use your power to manipulate this. Huh? I don't get it. Just trust me, let's go. Alright, I'll try to move it there. Now, gather your strength and make it spray as if your life depended on it. I'm dead though. In that case, make it spray as if your death depended on it. Give it your all. And remember, you'll only have a split second. Okay, now do it! Got it! Now, it's your turn, Missile.
What? Me? But what can I do?
I think you know the answer to that.
Okay, got it.
You can swap them. That hunk of concrete will go back into its original position.
But even if I swap them, it'll still be right above Miss Lynn.
Don't worry.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll swap them. It's no use. We can't stop that horrible minnow.
What can we do now? I don't see how gaining a second or two has helped. Oh, it helped alright. Those few seconds were exactly what I wanted. Last up, it's my turn. Your turn? You know what my power is, right? I can manipulate living creatures. Wait a minute, you mean... That's right. I'm going to save that little girl. Save her by manipulating my own unconscious body. Ye gods. Ah, you're awake.
Hey, mister, is your knee okay?
Huh? Oh, I'll be fine. It's just a scrape. I'm lucky that it wasn't a fatal hit, but the main thing is that you're not hurt.
You saved me, mister?
I was just doing my job. The gods, they're the ones who saved you.
What's your job, mister?
Me? I'm a police detective. Do you think you could go call the police for me? I think you could do it quicker than I could.
But... What's that?
This is a detective's badge. We give them to children who've been very brave.
A detective's badge? Thanks.
Okay, you know what to do, little detective. Are you alive? Yeah, sadly. Hang on, help is coming. What made you do such a reckless thing? To be perfectly honest, I don't really know. When I came to, my body was already moving all by itself. It was as if somebody else was controlling me. I see. But you know, I'm glad it happened.
Hey, mister. I found this kitten. It was over there.
Come to think of it, I just saw it a few minutes ago. It's probably a stray.
It's kind of limp. Is it okay?
I don't know. I think it's unconscious. It's funny. It doesn't look like it's injured or anything.
Poor little kitty.
How about if I take it to my house and look after it? Would you like to come home with me, little kitten? Well, it looks like his fate just changed in a big way. Whose fate? That kitten's, of course. Sissel's. Sissel? The name Sissel echoes in my head. That's my real name. These long, lonely 10 years. You were my one and only friend. How about it? Do you remember now? Old friend. Hell yeah. I think I finally remember. 10 years ago, I was a little kitten that wandered into this park. I was weak and all alone in the world. Hold it! Somebody, please look at me. Huh? Oh, a kitten. Shoo, you might get hurt. Somebody, please reach a hand out to me. I had only just died at the time. I had lost everything, my life, my memory. My body wouldn't move anymore, but I still managed to reach out a hand to him. The next thing I knew, my soul had transferred into the black kitten. With no recollection of who I was, I lived as a cat with you for a while. After a while, the man regained his memory. I went back to being just a cat, and then the man got his body back. I took my body back from the morgue. There was somebody I just had to go see, just one more time. I took control of my body and hurried to her house. But I was just a little too late. I had just missed her as she left this world. She left me a note that said, "I'm coming to you, Yomil." That man named me Sissel. It was the name of something important he had lost along with his life. His fiancée. He told me about it once, but I didn't understand what it was. Those 10 years were very happy for me, but they weren't happy for the man. There was nothing I could do for him. For 10 years, I wandered through the darkness with no particular place to go. As time passed, my powers gradually changed. At first, I could only manipulate small creatures and objects, but then after a while, I could manipulate people. That's when the darkness inside me deepened, and I started to get a little twisted. I wanted light. A distorted, artificial light. When I got my revenge on Lynn, I would see that light, or at least that's what I tried to believe. I left my old self buried in that junkyard and walked away. The black cat. I was possessing Sissel then. It wouldn't look very much like a murder if the corpse got up and walked away after all. So you borrowed the body of your old friend. Sissel was inside that bag I was carrying tonight. I had no intention of leaving my friend behind in this country when I left. But then, when I went to possess his body, I realized something horrible. What was that? Sissel, there inside that bag, was dead. What? I wasn't able to control her completely. The first bullet didn't hit anything, or so I thought. But it did hit something, didn't it? It hit Sissel inside that bag. Yes, that's when I lost my life, right there in the presence of the tesmic radiation. And that's when I got my powers of the dead, my ghost tricks. I think I understand it now. Why I was the only one who couldn't get his memory back. It was because I thought the corpse was me. It was the only corpse I could see at the time, after all. But it turns out it wasn't the only dead body. My true death was hiding just behind that corpse. Now that I think about it, do you remember what you said? That you knew all along about me saving Lynn tonight? If you knew, why didn't you try to stop me? It's simple. Because I couldn't, even if I wanted to. Huh? Why not? Remember that thing about individual differences in the powers we get? I can control all kinds of things, from the living to the dead. But even so, there are some things that you can do that I can't. You mean... I can't even rewind time, let alone change the fate of a death. If I could do those things, I would have saved your life. Not only that, but I never would have just let my fiancé stay dead like that. But you're here, 10 years in the past now. That's thanks to your powers. I just tagged along with you. In any case, now that the starting point of this entire tragedy has changed dramatically, altering fate. The fate of your death, the kitten Sissel's fate. And I can just bet you the fate of the woman you love has changed too. Yes, I believe you're right. And so, that was the last fate to be averted, eh? So, Yomil, it looks like your plan for revenge has ended in failure. Yeah, and I'm glad too. Yeah, who wouldn't be happy with this outcome? He got to live. That's much better than revenge. I think I kind of understand now what you've been feeling these 10 years. Is that supposed to be Lynn? Oops. She understood. She shed tears for me. That's when my revenge was over. She saved me from the darkness. Well, I guess it's time we got back. That new 10 years later was just born. Right, we should get back to our new present.
I can't wait to see Miss Lynn and Miss Camila again.
And so these past 10 years will now all vanish. Well, not completely. The memories of all of us here will remain, including the memory of what I did, my crime. That's the way this game of the dead works, eh? And no matter what the reason, there's no denying the fact that I took Lynn hostage and tried to point a gun at her. I have no intention of running away from that either, the most inexcusable crime of my new life. Hey, Sissel. Yes? When we go back, our fates will no longer be interconnected. It'll be like we never met. So before that happens, I just wanted to say one thing. Tonight, I stole away your life with my own hands. I'm truly sorry. That's already a thing of the lost past. Our fates have now changed, right, Yomil? Thank you, Sissel. I'm so very glad I met you. Me too, Yomil.
Sissel? Are we ever gonna see each other again? I couldn't stand it if we weren't.
Don't worry, Missile. I bet we'll see each other again someday. 10 years from now, our paths are sure to cross. We'll just have to wait until then.
Sissel, I'll never forget you.
I'll never forget you either, valiant little doggy. Well, it looks like you've come to live with me now. So let's get going home, little black cat. Home, huh? That sounds good, Detective Young. We're all witnessing the birth of a new beginning, and now we're going back to our own new present. We say goodbye to the parts of our stories that would be lost, believing that someday our paths would all cross again. Wait! Before you go back to your new present, I wanted to thank you. before I cease to exist. Oh, it's you. Yes, it is I, Ray, in case you have forgotten again. Thanks to you, everything has turned out as I hoped. I'm really grateful to you, Sissel. Thank you. But don't forget, I was only on a journey to find my own lost memory. Yes, I know that. I know all about you. Can I ask you a question, Ray? I want to know, who exactly are you? Fair enough. I will tell you. Let me tell you about another version of tonight's events. I don't care about who he is, honestly. He changed the fate of many people tonight. The first of which was hers. If you had not been there for her tonight, her fate would have been to die in that lonely spot on the outskirts of town. If it had occurred, what do you suppose would have happened? Let me tell you a story. The story of a little creature. After they stole her life that night, they broke into her apartment. They stole the wooden box from the ceiling, hiding place, and left. And in the process, two little dead bodies were left behind. However, the little fellow's spirit lived on. He desperately reached out his paw towards his mistress. And that's when a miracle occurred. What? Look at that! The powers of the dead! But how? He didn't really understand himself. Not yet, anyway. But with all you know now, I bet you understand it, do you not? Hey, wait a minute. That's right. He died inside the aura of that strange energy. But unfortunately, with his meager powers, he wasn't able to save his little mistress. There just wasn't anything he could do with only the power to swap objects. He needed the power to manipulate objects in order to save the little lady. The little fellow chased after the men, but there still wasn't anything he could do. In the end, he was left behind with the man in the red in the deep, deep sea. And then he went back. He went back to the world 10 years before, to the moment of the man in red's death. What? He decided to wait it out. He decided to wait until that night came again. And that's the other version of the story of this night. The story that has taken these 10 years to be retold. So that was you, huh?
He needs to be trimmed.
That's right. I'm Missile. 10 years is a very long time in dog years. You couldn't change the fate of these people on your own, so you decided to wait those 10 years out. Exactly. And then at last, the fateful night rolled around again. By this time, I had grown old and my powers were weak, so I decided I needed to find somebody to help me this time around. Somebody who possessed different powers than me. But wait a second, you were able to manipulate that desk lamp. Over the course of long years, my powers have changed. My ability to swap objects weakened, but I became able to manipulate small objects. But in that case, why didn't you cooperate with yourself? Because I couldn't. Huh? From watching The Man in Red, I found out there were individual differences in our powers. I couldn't do any of the things he could do, like travel through telephone lines, for example. What? It may not seem like much, but it's a very important power, especially if you're trying to chase somebody. But there's something I don't understand. You knew from the very beginning that I had that power. How did you know so much about me? Why wouldn't I? After all, we had met before on that night the first time around. What? We've met before? From listening to the conversation of the two intruders in the apartment, I learned that Miss Lynn had lost her life at the junkyard on the edge of town. I followed the ghost world path to the junkyard and came upon an incredible scene. Imagine, if you will, there in the darkness, twisting and swiveling a desk lamp. It made my first stand on end, I can tell you. That was me? So I was shot on that night the first time around as well. You had lost your memory that time too. You had just died and you felt confused. You declined to cooperate with me. I did what? I just want to find my own lost memory. I'm sorry, but I can't help you. That's what you said. And then you disappeared. Over there. Away over the first telephone line. I'm really sorry I didn't help you. That's why I decided that this time I would use that desire of yours to our mutual advantage. Mutual advantage? The only thing you were interested in was finding your own lost memory. If I could guide you along the right path to doing that, we would both benefit. And namely, the right path would be the path to the Man in Red, to your meal. What? I gave you the information you needed to know to set you in the right direction. And then I gave you a time limit. A time limit? That's right. As you know, I said you only had until tomorrow morning. And if I hadn't done that, you wouldn't have found out the truth tonight. And the Man in Red would have been sealed away at the bottom of the sea forever. And if that had happened, it would have been all over. Then you mean the thing about ceasing to exist? Oh, that completely made up. A little naughty of me, I know. But I really wanted you to use your time wisely. Oh boy. I hate to admit it, but this little doggy really outsmarted me in every way. Let's just call it the wisdom that comes with age. And now it's time to say farewell. These Pathanios will cease to exist, and with them, so will I. Missile. I believed in you. I always knew you could do it. And so you did. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Missile. So you waited and waited these 10 long years. All for the sake of your two ladies, Lynn and Camilla, eh? Of course. Because that's what doggies do. Now then, farewell, Sissel. And so, the story of a single night came to an end. Nobody but us knew what would really happen in this town tonight. I made my way back to a new present. Huh? How come it's dark? I'll just turn on the lights here.
Were you surprised?
You bet I was. You nearly scared me to death.
Yippee, it worked!
But it's not even my birthday today.
It was my mom's birthday the day before yesterday. I made this surprise for her, but it came out so well I wanted to use it again.
That's alright, Lynn. After all, we're celebrating the birth of your new position as detective, right?
Really? Thank you, Detective Jowd. Dad, you're home!
Hi, Camila. Let me introduce you. This is Lynn. She was assigned to the detective division today.
Hi, Camila. It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Lynn. Congratulations on becoming a detective. Huh?
Is something wrong?
You have one of those badges too?
Oh, this? Yeah.
I have one just like it. My dad gave it to me just the other day.
But yours looks a lot older than mine, though. How long are you gonna keep wearing that toy badge, Lynn?
What's wrong with it? To me, this is the symbol of a real detective.
It's been 10 years since then, hasn't it? Who would have guessed you'd actually become a detective one day?
When you gave me this badge, I just knew. I knew it was my destiny somehow.
Destiny, eh?
And now that I'm a detective, I'll find out where that destiny will lead me.
Haha, that you will. That you will.
Oh, hello. Don't tell me you're that same little kitten.
That's right, the very one.
You know what? This is a very, very special cat. He's 10 years old, but he's still a kitten.
Still a kitten?
Yep, he never got any bigger or anything.
Wow, what a mysterious little fellow.
I know, right? His name is Sissel.
Sissel.
It seems to me I've heard that name somewhere before. I think Sissel likes you, Lynn.
Alright, everyone. Let's start the celebration.
Okay, Mom.
I bet you're just like me. Your destiny led you here somehow, too.
And so we meet again, Sissel.
And from that single night as a human, I got a glimpse into their world, and I learned something. Their fates, their lives, they were all interconnected. Somewhere, somehow, in some way. And now, this is my new fate. I guess I really am a cat. It suits me just fine to curl up and watch the strange and beautiful patterns of their lives unfold. And it looks like I'll have plenty to watch here for a while.
Happy birthday to our lovely Lynn! Like I said, it isn't my birthday.
morning, Missile. I thought I asked you to stay home and guard the fort. But birthdays are for celebrating together, nothing with friends and loved ones. Nothing like it, baby. There! How do you like that? Not bad, huh? But definitely not good. Maybe now I can be a great detective just like Inspector Cabanela. What kind of example is the inspector providing for his men? Here's your food, gentlemen. I don't know how to say that name. Memory? What are you doing here? Why does it not have more vowels in it? Also, I'm done reading these. So that was Ghost Trick. You know, towards the end, it really ramped up and it was really good. I was not feeling it at the beginning. Like, I've played it before. And I remembered it being good, but that beginning part is just all puzzle and no story, which just doesn't get me through a game. I need a heavy story. But it really ramped up in the end. I am a sucker for feel-good stories. Like that ending with his fiance dying and him just wanting love. Like, that shit hits me right in the heart. I'd tear up. I am a huge sap. So this kind of story really sticks with me. That heartbreak. So overall, I think I would give it a, I don't know, 6 out of 10. That's a good score for me. 7 out of 10? I'm bad at scaling these things, because 10 out of 10 is a perfect game. You can't just give any game a 10 out of 10. So I'd probably call it a 6 out of 10. Because if I was playing it by myself, I probably wouldn't have been able to do it a second time just because I would be so bored from that beginning. So what did you think of Ghost Trick? Let me know in the comments down below, and remember to like and subscribe. I'm not sure what I'm playing next. Thank you so much for sticking it out with me and watching Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. I will let these credits play out till the end, but thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time.